guys, what's up? It's Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar. And today I want to talk about the one and only thing I am pursuing during 2020. What that is spending as much time as I feasibly can being happy. The other day when I was having my pool time, I was sitting there thinking to myself, because I was going to the pool quite early, probably about like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I would be able to stay in the pool for 2 hours and just relax. I'm not a avid swimmer, don't want to spoil my hair, but just sitting in the sun, just chilling, clear my mind, just enjoying the African environment. And I compare that to what exactly I would be doing if I was in the UK at the same exact time. At the same exact time, at 7:30 in the morning, I would be clocking into my job. I would then proceed to spend the entire day at work, not getting off till nearly 8 p.m. From there, I would go to the gym because I started going to the gym every day after work and spend about an hour or so. So then by the time I get home, it's about 10 o'clock. I shower. Sometimes I spend about an hour on YouTube doing various things, uploading, whatever, and then it's off to bed, and then the next day it's the same regimen. My goals for 2020 is to spend as much time as feasibly possible being happy, doing things I want to do, being with certain people, being in certain environments. That is my goal. Because happiness is a priceless element. It's something that money cannot produce. There's a lot of people with millions or billions of dollars that lack happiness. They don't have peace of mind. They don't have strong relationships, friends or family to enjoy their lives with. I have uncovered already, I'm already fully aware that the worth of my life is buried inside of intangible things. Being happy is such a powerful thing. And what I realize is that at any given moment, there's so many different paths of life that is happening simultaneously. So at the same time, I'm chilling at the pool at 7:30. Someone's clocking into work in the UK. At the same moment, I'm basking in the sun. Someone is being cold with a coat and having to put on socks and shoes and all of that. The only difference between those individuals is time and chance and choices. For those of us that are kind of engrossed in that life and we don't want it anymore, our charge is to figure out how to transition from that life into the life that we want. I'm so much more productive when I'm happy. I'm so much nicer to be around. I know when I'm in the UK, I'm irritable. I'm not as friendly. I just don't want to engage with people in the same way that I do when I'm here in Africa. I found that, here, you just go sit outside. Even here in my Airbnb, the complex, I'll just go sit by the pool. People will come and talk to me, or the people that are working here will come and have a chit chat. Or if you're outside and you're just chilling, because people just chill here in Africa. They just be outside, roadside, chilling, whatever. People will strike up conversations with you. I'm way more likely to engage with them in this setting because I'm happy. I have many factors that are creating my happiness. For instance, when I am experiencing love and affection from my significant other, I'm so much more happier than when I have to deal with discord with them. Some of the people I've dated in the UK, they're unavailable. They're unavailable because they're tired, they're stressed, they have so many concerns, time constraints, work. They don't have the time to invest in our relationship, even though having a healthy relationship will rejuvenate you. It will feed you. It gives you comfort and peace and, things like that. If it's a good relationship, that's what a partner should do. You should be in a better status once you have engaged with your partner than you were when they weren't around. That is my goal for 2020. I've traveled the world. I've seen a lot of the world. I love traveling and, it's always going to be a passion of mine. But this year is not a huge travel year for me. This year is honing in on the intangible elements of my life that are very, very powerful and very, very priceless. And I'm optimistic that 2020 will bring, so much prosperity to me in those areas, because I have been strategically positioning myself over these past few years to do exactly what I'm doing. And I'm beyond grateful. I'm beyond grateful to be positioned this way. It's just absolutely incredible. And I'm so optimistic about life now that I'm on this path. Much more optimistic when I was just living that, routine Western American dream kind of goals, goals that I didn't even really want, goals that weren't even special to me. When I moved to Ghana and, I'm here and I have a relationship with Joseph and I can spend time in the sun. All those things are like things that I love to do on a daily basis. You know what I mean? And I'm just, it's just, I'm so excited at times when I think about it. I can't sleep because it's just like, man, this is really coming. This is really, really happening. And what do you do? Like I asked Dr. Carnita, well, what are your goals now? What are your goals in Ghana? Well, my goal is to get citizenship. She got her citizenship. Now she can chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the mindset that I'm now preparing myself. Is like, okay, Gina, when you have arrived, like you've been toiling, you've been pursuing, but when you arrive, because arrival is coming soon. It's just like if you're on the plane and it's like landing, 60 minutes, whatever. Arrival is happening for me. I'm on my descent on the plane. I'm getting ready to land. Once you get into that situation, like, embracing that and being able to like dwell in it and enjoy it, so once you've figured out how to get out of the West and you start positioning yourself here and you start living your dream life, you start living your African dream, then what? But to be honest, I'd rather have that problem than toiling. I'd rather have the problem of, okay, Gina, revamp your mind to be able to embrace the fact that you have arrived. And now you're living in Africa. And now you're living your best life now, like all areas. What? And that's why I always encourage you guys to do the psychological work. Begin that work way before you actually make your physical transition to the motherland. Because that way, when you're there, you can really, really enjoy it. Some people, like, if they're in Africa, because they haven't dealt with their mindset, they're preoccupied with what's happening elsewhere. Somebody mentioned to me about the Brexit vote and Boris Johnson. Listen, since I've been here in Africa, I haven't even thought about the UK. I forgot elections were going on. I don't really put a lot of priority on voting anyway, but still the fact, I completely forgot. Because I'm here in Ghana and I'm doing Ghana. I'm not even worried about what's happening in the West. I don't care about those people. I don't care what's happening. I don't care about the vote. Because the way I see it is I'm not about to be there. So whatever they got going on, it ain't got no impact on me. Because I'm going to be here. I'm not going to be there. I'd be more inclined to care about what's happening here than what's happening there. And I was the same. I've been that way with America. Once I knew that I was leaving and going to the UK, I didn't entertain any of that stuff that was happening locally. So yeah, happiness is at the top of my chart. That is what I am wholeheartedly pursuing, and I know that my happiness is connected to the motherland. So therefore, my transition to the motherland is expedited. I am doing everything I possibly can to put my feet on the continent within the year 2020 and begin my transition. There are some other, very things that I want to also accomplish in 2020, but you guys know you guys should know. If you don't know me by now, you will never, ever, ever know me. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so I can't give away all the juice on the channel. But yeah, I am definitely planning on transitioning to Ghana 2020. So that is what we're working on. I'm so motivated as I prepare to go back to the UK. I have such a promising, magical, beautiful life waiting for me here in Ghana, and I am ready to come and collect what is mine. Oh, Gina of the past. Gina of the past. This is Gina of 2025. And first of all, I want to commend you on your tenacity, your vision, your dedication, your follow through for making the decisions that have made our life in 2025 a reality. I ran across this video and I wanted to reflect on where I was in 2020 and where I am in 2025. First of all, I did complete my migration to Ghana in October of 2020. I have now resided in the country for 5 years, and so many dynamic things have taken place in my life since then as a result of this move. And much like the younger Gina, I knew that moving to Ghana was going to be the answer to a lot of issues in my life, and it certainly has been. In addition, I have become an award-winning musician and, as of recently, an actress in Ghana as well. Unfortunately, my relationship that I had in 2019 with Joseph Mayer, my celebrity photographer, did not work out romantically, but we do still work together professionally. He is my official celebrity photographer, yes. And I would say that's pretty much like the only area that has not been secured. Hello. But Ghana has been good for me in so many ways. I even wrote and have won an award for a song entitled Ghana is Good for Me. So if you're not familiar with me, please check out my official music video here on YouTube. But I was so impressed with, watching myself back then making those difficult decisions. I have been living like that since 2020, striving to spend the majority of my time in happiness, in pleasure, in doing things that I want to do, doing things that are going to edify the future. And so the message that I want to wrap up with here is for my viewers that refuse to kind of put their foot down on where they're going in life. You can see from this video that your future is contingent on the things that you do today and making those things a priority. I was absolutely adamant in that earlier clip about, getting to Ghana, doing it expeditiously. I was planning, I was traveling, I was putting in the strategy and the work. I was actually relentless during that time to achieve it. And I was challenging myself and competing with myself to do that. And the Gina of 2025 is benefiting from the Gina of 2020 that absolutely would not relent on making her dreams a reality. So some of you guys should either consider where you might be in 5 years. Are you happy with where you stand today? What is it that you hope to be in that time? Are you strategically making the difficult decisions to achieve that? I think those are some thoughts to consider tonight. Big shout outs to the Afrikansuperstar family. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.